Hello and welcome. I'm Pooja Shali. This is a special telecast about some cheer coming in from Tokyo Olympics, an update also on what can we expect. But I'm not going to be hosting it alone. I have Boria Majumdar joining me now from Tokyo. He has his eye on the ground. He's be getting us all the latest. Boria, hello, and it has at least been a morning today with some good news coming in. How do you have this morning to say, really? What did you feel? And then I'll give our viewers an update one by one. Boria.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's some good news, Pooja. It's huge good news. I mean, I don't think we've had a day like this in Tokyo over the last 1 week, the last 5 days. Even I take Mirabai Chanu's first day medal, I will say today is the best day. And the reason is all of your players are gradually moving into medal contention. Satish Kumar 1 win away. Yes, I know he will play the world champion in the quarterfinals, and that's a tough bout, but this is the Olympic stage. You've got to win a tough bout to get a medal. Your hockey team has stunned world champions, Olympic champions rather, Argentina,
yes.
And they are now in the quarterfinals. So effectively again 1 win away from the semi-final. If you see, behind me is Mr. Om Mundra with all the Indian support. Indian flag, Khelega Bharat, Jeetega Bharat. Mary will be fighting right here on my left. That's where I am, waiting for Mary Com's bout in exactly an hour and a half. So that's the last event for India. If Mary wins this, she too makes the quarters. Atanu is in the pre-quarters and he's now eliminated the Korean. So the draw has opened up. Deepika is 9 a.m. in the morning. You should have been there.
Yes.
Husband-wife combo, the way they were cheering for each other in the archery stadium. Deepika was egging Atanu on when he hit bullseye. Was phenomenal to see. As I said, incredible day. And do not forget, Manu Bhakar finishing 5th today in the precision. Rapid is tomorrow. There is every reason to hope for something great from Manu Bhakar in shooting.
Absolutely fantastic, the details that you are getting us from the ground. All I will say, Boria, is nazar na lage. Let's have more medals coming in. But for the viewers who have tuned in just now, let's give you an update and why we have a special telecast today. First, Indian boxer Satish Kumar has reached the quarterfinals of the men's super heavyweight category. Kumar has defeated Jamaica's Ricardo Brown 4-1. That was a split decision. Kumar is now just a victory away from ensuring that he will leave Tokyo at least with 1 medal. Dominant in the first 2 rounds, Kumar had to endure an injury above his right eye during the third, but he managed to keep the Jamaican at bay to emerge victorious. But all eyes have been on our ace shuttler, PV Sindhu. She has stormed into the quarterfinals of women's singles. 6th seed Sindhu eased into the final 8 with a straight game victory over world number 12, Mia Blichfeld. Denmark's Blichfeld was no match as it appeared for Sindhu, with the 2016 Olympic silver medalist that Sindhu is, won 21-15, 21-13 straight in a match that lasted 41 minutes. Sindhu is yet to drop a game at the Olympics and she'll now face 4th seed Japan's Akane Yamaguchi. The match will take place tomorrow afternoon, but not just her. Let's now take a look at what Atanu Das has managed to achieve. This is archery. Atanu Das caused an upset in the round of 32 by defeating 2012 gold medalist Oh Jin Haik in shoot-off. Atanu, who had lost the first set, drew the next 2 before taking the 4th to level the match. In the 5th, Atanu Das matched the Korean arrow for arrow, and with 28 points each, the game then headed for a shoot-off. The Korean, who has already won the team 1 gold medal, shot another 9, but Atanu Das of the Indian contingent, going 2nd in the shoot-off, sealed his place in round of 16 because he got a perfect 10. But what about the team effort of Indian contingent, the hockey match? They are in the quarterfinals now. The Indian team have defeated the reigning champions Argentina goalless after first 2 quarters. India took the lead in the third after a video referral awarded them a penalty corner. Varun Kumar converted a superb drag flick. Michael Casella scored the equalizer for Argentina with another penalty corner in the final quarter. But India decided to up the ante toward the end. 2 goals were scored in as many minutes, Argentina suddenly finding themselves 1-3 behind in no time. 9 points out of possible 12, India have now cemented their 2nd place in Pool A. So with all this background for you, I'm again going back to Tokyo because Boria is on the ground. He knows best about what's been happening. Boria, Before we go on to other specifics about PV Sindhu, you had something to say about the coach watching the match of another contender. That was an interesting trivia that you shared. Why do you think that's happening? What does it signify?
No, he was intent. I mean, the moment Akane Yamaguchi came on court and the match, she was actually playing on the exact left-hand side court. And Park came and sat exactly at the very end of the right-hand side part of the stadium. So at a fair distance. He did not want the Japanese contingent to spot him. He and the badminton contingent, there were 3 people from Team Sindhu who were sitting there. And Park was sitting making notes. He was observing Akane Yamaguchi very, very closely. Because all of us knew that in 99% the match will be against Akane Yamaguchi. I was sitting just in the next enclosure trying to watch what he was doing. He stayed there right through. And Sindhu also said she would be watching Yamaguchi. This is an old rivalry. If you take the All England, it was a 1 hour plus match. Sindhu prevailed over Akane Yamaguchi in the final game, 21-19 at the All England. If you take head-to-head, 11-7 in favor of PV Sindhu. At one point, Yamaguchi beat Sindhu three times on the trot. Sindhu now has her mojo back. You know what? If you really want to go deep into the draw, Tai Tzu Ying, Ratchanok, Intanon, Chen Yufei, you do not want these 3. Sindhu has the best draw. Akane Yamaguchi is one opponent against who Sindhu has had the most success. So I am actually saying PV Sindhu slightly ahead. Also because the Japanese will not have local support. No crowds in the stadium means no crowd cheering for Akane Yamaguchi. And the entire Indian media contingent plus the chef de mission and others will be there, I'm sure, for PV Sindhu. So it's a great matchup. Very close, but the Indian possibly, just possibly, has a slight edge.
Boria, what you're mentioning is very important because it's not hard to see that PV Sindhu is perhaps one of those few Indian players who are making it at least look easy. The fact that she's prepared speaks all. Whilst PV Sindhu are medal hopeful, she's India's #1 shuttler. She's already a silver medalist from the 2016 Rio Games. This is in with a chance of possibly winning another medal. Sindhu looks in prime form. She defeated today world #12 Mia Blichfeld. She will be playing her quarter-final tomorrow. She will be up against #4 seed Akane Yamaguchi, who we were just talking about. But there's already another player. Do not miss her, Lavlina Borgohain. Lavlina Borgohain won her round of 16 bout against Germany's Nadania Pids, and tomorrow she'll take on Chinese Taipei Shen Ni Xin in the quarterfinals. If she wins tomorrow, she'll be assured of a bronze. In case, and if that does not happen, there's no bronze medal match in boxing. Anyone who reaches the semi-final gets the bronze. So in boxing competitions, there are always 2 bronze medalists usually. That's a very interesting trivia that you must know. So let's hope Lavlina can bring home the glory. What about Pooja Rani, my namesake? Like Lavlina Borgohain, Pooja Rani is also 1 victory away from winning at least a bronze. Lavlina will now face the Rio Games bronze medalist Kyon Lee. Satish Kumar, the boxer, super heavyweight. Also, a lot of people are now going to keep their eyes on him. He's through to the last 8. He has a tough challenge ahead of him, but he will have to defeat world #1, Bahadur Jalolov, in the next round. But Indians men team in hockey, that's a team effort. Indian men's hockey team are in the knockouts. Apart from drubbing against Australia in the second match, they have won all their other 3 games. They have their final group game against Japan. But even before they've qualified for the quarters. It is important to understand all of this because when I take this question to Boria, our viewers need to know that there are many games taking place. But why is it that you think PV Sindhu has a chance apart from Mary-Kom and others? Who are you pinning your hopes now on these medal hopefuls?
Plenty of them, and I've been saying this from day one, that do not get disappointed with one bad day. The one sport where you've actually had a disappointing outing here in Tokyo is shooting. No debate. But even in shooting, today Manu Bhaker was spectacularly good, finishing with a 292 in the 25-meter pistol in precision. Tomorrow is the rapid. I was speaking to Ronak Pandit, Manu's coach. Manu is regularly shooting 293, 294 in the rapid. If she does that, definitely she's in the final.